All right, as promised, I brought you to where the show really happens. At this stage here, this is where we're going to take the wash or the wort and we're going to bring that across and bring it into the stills behind us. Now these, for artisanal craft distillation, are very large stills. I'm going to point you guys behind to where we started. This is where the heritage of Okanagan Spirits Craft Distillery is. We started with a 150 liter copper pot still, but due to success, we had to grow. And so we've got these two guys behind us. This guy's Stilla, this is God Stilla. Now, with God Stilla, she's got a few different parts to her. We've got two different sides to this beast. We've got a primary still and a finishing still, or a vodka still. I'm going to talk you through the basics of distillation, just in how it pertains to what we were talking about before with the fruit and the grain. We're going to start with the grain. You guys have a glass of whiskey in front of you guys there, so it's a good place to start. Now, we just talked over there where we were taking that wash out of the lauter tun, we were fermenting it. After the fermentation stage, that's where we're going to take that product, or that wort or beer, or unfinished beer if you were, and we're going to bring it across into this 1,000 liter still. Now, distillation is basically evaporation. We are going to heat up that still and we're going to evaporate off the alcohol. And alcohol evaporates at a slightly lower temperature than water does. And so we can use that to our advantage, where we're going to heat it up just below where we're boiling the water. We're going to evaporate off the alcohol. It's going to travel through the purifying plates to clean it up a little bit. And it goes through the pipe up top, through the condenser behind us, and we run very cold water around it in this column, and it takes that from a vapor form back to a liquid form, something we can contain. And we collect that. It's going to go from 5% alcohol to about 35% alcohol. If we're doing a whiskey, we then collect multiple batches of that and then bring that 35% alcohol back into the still. We'll cut it down a little bit with spring water because we don't want to blow the place up. And we will run it through again, and then that beautiful product that will come out at the end, which is a baby whiskey, if you were, is going to come out in the 80% to 82, 85% range. And we're going to collect that and we're going to put it in beautiful casks, usually bourbon casks, where it's going to start its aging process. So where it can go on to sort of maturity level there and gain a lot of the flavors and textures that you expect in a whiskey. Now, we talked about fruit before. Fruit's a little bit different, and some of our grain production is a bit different if we're going to end up being a clear spirit in the end. If we want a clear spirit, what we're going to do is we're going to take that fruit wine, if it were, in the back, or that grain product that we had over here. We're going to do the same process up front, but we're going to collect that through the first time through the still, and then after we've got enough of it to fill this guy over here, we're going to fill up God Stilla and we're going to run it through its 50 plate purification and basically concentrate that alcohol not to 80%, not to 90%, but all the way up to 96.4% alcohol. So we get to absolute clarity on that alcohol. That's what gives you the clear, smooth taste that you expect in an Okanagan Spirits craft distilled product there. And that would then be cut with spring water to bring it back down to be our vodka, or if it would then go to another stage of distillation to create our gin. That's basically distillation 101 Coles notes there. I'd like to thank you guys for coming on our tour today and joining us at Okanagan Spirits Craft Distillery. And I would encourage you to invite all your friends, and for all of you looking online here, to come down and visit us at Vernon or Kelowna at either of our distillery locations for a tasting and a tour. Thank you very much. Cheers.